are you? All right. I don't have any prepared remarks or any opening statements. I'm here to answer your questions.
How do you feel heading into the trip?
Well, you know, obviously I'm looking forward to prospects and the opportunity, and I've dread the flight, and the part that I dread the most is being away from here for 12 days. You know, that's a long time. With communication, however, hopefully, we'll stay abreast and be able to relay anything I need to relay.
What are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, we hope that we can establish dialogue that ends up being fruitful to create investment, Chinese investment in Arkansas, and create more jobs for Arkansans. I mean, ultimately, that's number one. Number two, we're also very interested in increasing exports in existing Arkansas companies to China. Primarily, that's involved in the poultry business, but certainly we're open to other exports over and above poultry. So it's twofold. It's if the Chinese companies that are contemplating presence in North America follow through on those things, then we want them to be at least considering Arkansas and hopefully come to Arkansas rather than some other state and create jobs for our own people here. And you know, there's a growing interest in Chinese investment in this country, just as we've seen European or Japanese investment in this country and Indian investment in this country. Things are changing in China to the point that what was not really feasible a few years ago in terms of what they thought they might do is now really on their radar screen.
Can you speak to a little bit of, I know you can't identify companies, but what type of economic prospects can you kind of characterize?
Yes, all of them that we currently have scheduled are in manufacturing, but some are light manufacturing and some are heavier. But all of them, from the standpoint of the folks that we've already got lined up and scheduled to visit with, are in manufacturing.
Do you think anything might be suitable or a fit for the Mitsubishi factory?
We don't choose towns. I've told you this so many times you probably get tired of hearing it, but it is my philosophy that we will recruit for any place in Arkansas that a company may want to go to, and we'll show them multiplicity of options that fit whatever their criteria are, whether it's interstate highways or navigable streams or proximity to other types of suppliers or businesses that may already exist. And we make that information, an array of that information, available to the companies. Most of them already know, but we make that available. And then what we're willing to do is available on an equal basis to any locale. So we'd never pick Fort Smith over Little Rock or Fayetteville over Jonesboro or El Dorado over Blytheville or any of that. We will pursue and make available every community that we have. It's up to the company then to decide if they're coming to Arkansas, which specific locale.
What has to happen in China for you to deem this trip a success?
Well, you know, it's what I'd like to see happen is actual investment in a relatively short period of time, but I'm not naive and recognize that sometimes when you plant the seeds, it takes a little longer for them to come up. What we saw in our trip to Europe resulted in some relatively short-term immediate successes in terms of either expansions or investment. Whereas our trip to Cuba hasn't resulted in much change yet. So I mean, it could go, it's all over the board. But I would hope that there would be some near-term investment. But whether there is or whether there isn't, you know, you take the chance. I mean, there's a risk involved. You do it. There's always a risk that you won't be successful. So. That has to be taken into consideration on the front end, but you know, I'm always ever the optimist, so we'll see.
What are these companies? I mean, how does meeting with them translate into them deciding to invest?
The Chinese, as I understand it, from our folks who have a deeper knowledge of the culture than I do, value relationships and value the ability to be able to communicate and identify specific people, and they also value the CEO being there, and they consider me the CEO for our state. We've had trade delegations over there. We've had other elected officials go over there, both legislators, the lieutenant governor's been over there, and we've got a presence on the ground, both officially as well as a number of our own citizens and businesses that have obviously significant presence in China. But they keep asking when I'm there, when am I coming? It is important to their culture that they establish these relationships. Now, we've hosted a number of them here. In fact, we just had a breakfast at the mansion with some higher government officials from Henan province, our sister province, which is one of the places we'll be going to. And they came over here specifically to, the only thing I can figure out they came over here for, specifically to tell me how much they appreciate the fact that I'm going to be there and what they could do to assist in that regard. So, I mean, it's part of their culture.
With so many deals?
Excuse me?
With so many deals floated with concerning manufacturers from Korea and Japan, was any thought given to stopping at Seoul and Tokyo in deference to their culture?
There was not only thought given to stopping in Japan, but morals there right now. I couldn't go as long as they wanted me to go, so the Chief of Staff is doing part of the trip, the first leg of the trip with regard to Japan. No thought was given at this juncture, although it doesn't preclude it, but Korea was not a part of this itinerary.